Good evening, chat. Hello. Whoa, this one I've been scrambling to get together today because holy shit, this is interesting. Oh, hold on, try it now. Clyde, come here, bud. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come on. He's well, I guess no Clyde right now, chat. He's like, sorry, fat man. We're not doing it. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come on. It's like, screw you, chat. 9, we're not doing it tonight. So I'm like, all right, guess no Clyde right now. Guess no Clyde right now. Oh. Yes, but we are here to talk about Shannon Sharpe and what really looks like the shakedown of Shannon Sharpe, because as we read through this, you're like, there's no way this is real. And oh, hold on, we got him. Hold on. Clyde, come here. Come here, Bubba. He literally walked up to me, and as soon as I turned the chair, he like walked off. This dog. He's a tease. He's a tease, chat. But yes, we are going to go over the Shannon Sharpe stuff because, oh, God. This isn't a shakedown, but it's also a great example of how having money and power can cause you to do retarded things and you don't protect yourself. So, yeah, we're going to get to that. So, welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Sean, also known as Potentially Criminal. I am a defense attorney out in the Cleveland, Ohio area, but I also do, just general legal practitioner. It's called a general practice. So, I do other legal work as well, including civil lawsuits, things like that. And, oh, God, this is just, oof. I don't know how else to say it. But anyways, thank you for all you being here tonight. We are live on Rumble. We're live on Twitter and YouTube. So thank you guys all for being here. Role play the message of a 2.0. She does not want to participate. Sanders still undrafted? What? I thought he'd be a second round, like high second round at least. Wow. Yeah, I know. Now we're into the third round. Oof. Yeah, that's not good. Sellers says, I hope my church youth group really likes my first stream with Sean. Yes, giving them legal education tonight. What did Shay do? Butt stuff? No, he did a little extra stuff. He did something, but I don't think he did anything criminal or wrongful. Gene Williams says Virginia Guffrey, the Epstein accuser and Prince Andrew victim, just died. Well, that's not sus at all. Poor Clyde is going to be exposed to all these bullpen references. Yeah, that's it. In more than one way, literally. So here we go. Oh, God. Yeah, we got a lot to go through here. Are the June bugs out yet? No, I'm late. It's reported that she killed herself. Oh, I don't think she did. I mean, she probably died the same way Jeffrey Epstein died. Some of you might get that reference. Bibliophile with the B-1B bomber just coming in and laying down that hate. Oh, it's a sexy looking airplane. It's a shame. There's only like 45 of them left. We built like 100 and we're down to 45. But gifting 5 subs, chat. 5 subs. Starting off the night strong. Thank you for that support. Thank you for your generosity as well. All right, guys. All right, so we are going to move on here to who Shannon Sharpe is. And if you guys don't know who Shannon Sharpe is a retired football player. He is in the Football Hall of Fame. And we're just going to go to this Wikipedia a little bit so you understand who we're dealing with, who we're dealing with here. Egregious Darkly says, whores don't hang themselves. Well. So anyways, guys, this is Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe is a former American NFL player. He played for the Denver Broncos. He was a tight end. Tight end's position on the line. He's one of the greatest tight ends of all time. He's no Gronk, but he was pretty good. But he did pretty good. He did really, really good. He had a pretty good career. I mean, he's had a pretty good career. I mean, he's a 3-time Super Bowl champion. He played for the Broncos. He played for the Ravens. He played all over the place. He went to the Pro Bowl 8 times. First team All Pro multiple times. I mean, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. And I mean, he's a monster. He's 6'1", you know, like at the pre-draft in 1990, he was 6'1", 221. And you know, this is him now. He's a little older now. He's 56 years old. He is also a sports commentator and an analyst. He's really most famous for being on with Skip Bayless. And he also has the Club Shay Shay, and that's his podcast. And the podcast is actually important because in that podcast, you guys have seen his podcast before and probably never realized it or just wasn't thinking about it. Because he's had on people who have said some crazy stuff. And you can get to some of the things that are said here. And one of the more impressive things that was said was we had Cat Williams on. So now this is, if you guys haven't seen it before, this is a good example of it.
What is your relationship with Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, and Cedric the Entertainer as you sit here currently?
For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't 3 random guys. The way that Ricky Smiley kept appearing at all of my auditions is because of Steven said he would tell anybody that, listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is.
And this is Cat Williams. He talked about on Shannon Sharpe's show that he didn't go to all the Diddy parties and he didn't go all to these parties where all these professional actors are all gay and they have to do gay stuff for the studio execs. He even said like Will Smith had been doing all kinds of stuff. And he said he kept his booty hole intact because that's the reason why he never made it big. He made it okay, but he never made it big because he kept his booty hole intact. He never turned it over. So Cat Williams went through all this, and he brought up a very interesting thing. Hold on, chat. Chat, we are live on Rumble. If we get struck down here, because I know Lead Attorney got struck earlier, go over to Rumble. Rumble is up. If somebody could just double check for me, but Rumble should be up. But this is a very interesting thing Cat Williams did. The Cat Williams interview, but it was on Shannon's podcast. Yeah, it was. Cat Williams is dropping all kinds of truth, and he dropped this one. This is a very interesting one. If you guys have never seen this before, we're gonna listen to this. Okay, so this is Cat Williams, and this is him on Shannon Sharpe's podcast. This is kind of important here.
Didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
Come on, Cat.
So, guys, you remember Jonathan Majors is a black actor who had a white girlfriend, and he ended up having to defend himself from allegations of domestic violence and shit. And it turns out like his white girlfriend was a crazy woman. So that's part of this. But as you can see, he's bringing up, you know, these white women be crazy. So here you go. That's Jonathan Majors and his girlfriend.
Come on, Cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends.
So he's already warning you. He's already warning you. In 2 weekends, these white bitches could take you down. These white women could destroy you. And we're going to get to that. And there's one more I want you guys to see. So, this is his podcast, and he's talking to Monique. This is Monique. She is a comedian. And this is on his podcast with her. This is from February, end of January, early February of 2024. So over a year ago. This is him talking to her.
Dating. What advice? If somebody, if a group of women were in here and it's like, come on, they talk to us. How this dating thing? Because it's Mo is different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying to say? What you trying to say? Mo?
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at me.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me
tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. Dang. When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, you want some money to go to Starbucks?
Yeah,
because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's going to say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter because that's going to get your energy back.
So this is a bit of a warning. He got a warning. You don't need to be fucking around with no 26-year-old girl. Well, guess what Shannon Sharpe was doing? He was fucking around with a 26-year-old girl. And, yeah. So, Now, there's some familiar names in this chat that we're going to get to here. And the attorneys involved. The attorneys involved that are pro hoc vice. We've seen these names before. Tony Busby. He's the guy suing the shit out of Jay-Z and Diddy. If you guys remember, Diddy's got a problem. Busby's got a problem in the Jay-Z cases because he signed up and wasn't licensed to practice in the Southern District of New York. So, yeah. This guy has his problems here. This guy's an ambulance chaser. To be fair, though, to make the money he makes, that's what you got to do. So this is filed by Jane Doe, an individual, against Shannon Sharpe, an individual. So here we go. Now we get to this stuff here. And I've said this before, chat. When you get to civil complaints, it's all like poetry and stuff. This gets all nonsense, A woman can say yes to consensual sex with a man 99 times. But when she says no, even once, that no means no. As we're going to get to the text messages, though, does that no really mean no? Sometimes it might not. It says Shannon Sharpe, a man who is accustomed to getting what he wants, completely fails to understand this concept. After, maybe it was a consent accident. Those are pretty popular. After many months of manipulating and controlling the plaintiff, a woman more than 30 years younger than him. Don't ever, this is why you don't do this. This is why you don't do this. He repeatedly threatened to brutally choke and violently slap her. He refused to accept the answer of no, and he raped her, despite her sobbing and repeated screams of no. Okay. Shannon Sharpe is 56 years old. He claims to be one of the most successful sports media personalities in the country. He probably is. Plaintiff is a young woman in her early 20s. She just a nice white girl walking down the street, doesn't do nothing wrong. Yeah, we're going to get to that. Plaintiff was working at a gym in L.I. when Shannon Sharpe approached her for the first time. Previously, Doe had noticed Sharpe watching her during her workouts. At this time, Doe was just 19 years old. Let's notice where they go with this. At the time, she did not know who he was, only that he was another older man oogling her at the gym. Doe could tell Sharpe was much older than her. She found him physically intimidating. Okay, well, but then eventually she gave him his number. You know, like, I was so scared of him. You popped your wiener in his mouth. Over the next couple of weeks, he incessantly pursued her. Then why didn't you get a restraining order? He constantly approached her at the gym and attempted to contact her frequently, phone calls and text messages asking to meet up, unwilling to take no for an answer. Eventually, she gave in and agreed to meet with him outside of the gym. However, for doing so, he demanded that she sign an NDA, something the plaintiff found a bit concerning. She wondered why she was so insistent. She refused. She refused to sign it time and time again. Eventually, he dropped the issue. Well, Shannon Sharpe's had some issues with past girlfriends and other women. Women making threats and alleged restraining orders and alleged issues of rape. So yeah, there's not the first time this happened to Shannon. So he's been kind of smart. So I'm sure she Googled him. Yes. So what followed was the beginning of a rocky consensual relationship that lasted nearly 2 years. The relationship was very unequal. Sharpe is more than 30 years older, is considerably wealthier, is physically much larger, and exponentially stronger. I thought that wasn't true. Men and women are the same. Sharpe is famous in his power. Okay. Sharpe and the plaintiff saw each other on his terms and on his schedule as often as 4 times a week. Well, yeah, no shit. It's not like she has what's her job? He's worth $20 million. What do you think is gonna fucking happen? Over time, she saw his true nature. She found him to be dishonest about his whereabouts. He would lie about seeing other women while insisting to her that they were exclusive. He often manipulated her, at times being sweet and loving to get what he wanted, and other times being angry and aggressive to achieve his goals. She discovered over time that Sharpe was extremely emotional and possessed an uncontrollable temper. He displayed the characteristics of a true narcissist. Okay. He willed his power, influence, celebrity, control plaintiff, and get what he wanted whenever he wanted it, all while jealously guarding what he considered for himself. Okay. So we're talking about by October 2024, the behavior had grown worse, beyond anything she had experienced with him before. Okay. At this point, he was insistent upon recording their sexual activities, sometimes without her knowledge. Well, how would she know? Sharpe was also sharing the videos with others without her permission or knowledge. Oh, he's pulling a Destiny. Sharpe would repeatedly tell Doe that he wanted to do things to her that would make no other man want her. Like, what exactly? By this point, Sharpe was no longer able to credibly maintain the relationship was exclusive. He had, at this point, accidentally went live on Instagram while having sex with another woman. Now, there's issues with that because when that happened, a lot of people were claiming Shannon Sharpe was gay. So what a lot of people think is he leaked it on Instagram having sex to disprove that he's gay. That was his idea, apparently. That's what a lot of people think. So he would fly into fits of anger when plaintiff noted his infidelity or called him out. What had been once manipulation, control, and intimidation now became something far more dangerous and sinister. I don't know how much more dangerous and sinister you can get from manipulation, control, and intimidation. Sharpe even figured out how to get into her apartment complex without her permission. Sharpe made it clear that what Doe wanted was of no moment, that he would get what he wanted when he wanted it. In October, Shannon Sharpe violently assaulted and anally raped her 2 different times in Las Vegas. Ignoring her request for him to stop, he did it again in January. So here's my thought. He raped her twice in October. So she got raped, and then she went again back in January. Okay. So eventually she left Nevada to escape him. She now seeks justice And she seeks compensatory punitive damages in excess of $50 million. It's a lot of money, Chad. It's a lot of money. So some of you guys are already seeing this. It's like, wait, how did you do this? You kept coming back. Must have been that good shit. He's like, I'll make it so you can't walk. And she's like, I can't walk no more. When you think of it, it's like the thing on hold on here. Is that thing up here anymore? Where is that? It's that gay twink. He's interviewing the big black guy outside the club, and he's like, my name's Daddy DeMarco. Oh, here it is. I found it. Yes. This right here. This is almost like what she kind of got involved with here. And this is like a little twink interviewing this guy.
Your name?
My name is DeMarco Fleming.
Are you gay?
I'm bisexual.
Are you top or bottom?
I'm a top, dom top, aggressive top.
Can you describe what dumb top means?
Dom top which means I grab you by your back and neck, put your face down, ass up, and fuck the shit out of you, and have you walk crazy for days.
Walk crazy for days.
Crazy for days, which means you be real sore and you be calling me on the phone. Daddy DeMarco, I need help. I'm sore. Give me some Tylenol. That's what that means.
Okay. Honestly, I don't think I can handle it, but I appreciate your honesty.
I know you can't handle it. I can tell the way you walk, you can't handle it. My dick is big. They call me King Kong on my pants. I know you can't handle it, but I'll make sure I go real gentle with you. Because you're cute.
Thank you so much. I like it gentle.
All right?
Okay.
I got you all
Thank
day.
you so much.
Come here.
I cannot kiss, though.
You cannot kiss?
No, I have a boyfriend.
He has a boyfriend. I got a husband. What does that mean? You can't see the engagement ring on my neck? It with the program. My name is DeMarco Fleming, all right?
Period. Thank you again.
Holla. It's a pleasure.
My pleasure.
That's kind of what I think of. It's like, I'm going to make it so no one wants you again. It's like, you can't walk no more. So anyways, they talk about the jurisdiction and venue. They both reside in Nevada. That makes sense. This is where the defendant resides, where the acts and everything occurred. So you got jurisdiction. It makes total sense to do it here. The factual allegations. So he, they talk about how awesome he is, 3-time Super Bowl champ, blah, 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 blah. He recently got into the NFL Hall of Fame. So here's Shannon Sharpe. Obviously this is a more correct picture. This one's flattened out, although he does kind of look like a, Easter Island statue. So they talk about upon retirement, Sharpe transitioned into broadcasting, and he got very, very popular. Over a decade, he built a reputation for strong opinions and hot takes. Yeah, he got in a lot of trouble before. He eventually made it to ESPN, where he does First Take. He also does his own podcast, and he claims he's made as much as $6 million from one episode of his podcast. He's made a shitload of money. But where they talk about is his documented history of abusing and mistreating women. They say, as an example, he's currently defending a lawsuit in New York City, facing claims of intentional infliction of emotional distress. Many of the allegations in New York are eerily similar. According to the lawsuit, Sharpe forcibly subdued the plaintiff in that case, forcing her to her knees and subjecting her to non-consensual oral sex, despite her repeated protests. When she resisted, he persisted. You're like, well, I will say, like, that's great. Although this seems like you're reading it out of like a dirty novel out there. It's like 50 Shades of Grey. When she resisted, he persisted. He would not take no for an answer. Maybe I can get a job reading the dirty books. According to the lawsuit, the plaintiff therein feared for her safety, just as this plaintiff fears. They also allege that Sharpe escalated a non-consensual vaginal penetration, all while telling the world and making it so no other man would want her. These words were not a one-time thing. And then they say in September 2024, Shannon Sharpe live-streamed himself on accident. Okay. Where he did having sex with a woman. He did so on purpose to seek media exposure and attract social media views. Once again, guys, this is the time where people thought there were people claiming he was gay. And then he's like, I'll show you I'm not gay. I'll fuck some chick. Like, there you go. That's one way to prove it. To live stream himself, he would have had to deliberately swipe right on Instagram to activate the live feed. Sharpe claims it's accidental. However, discreetly recording sex without his knowledge is something he's known to do. Play discovered Sharpe had secretly been recording their encounters without her consent. When she confronted him, he summarily dismissed her concerns, claiming the videos were for his own use. That, too, was a lie. Upon information and belief, he shared them with friends and associates. At one point, he even forced her to have sex with him while he's FaceTiming one of his childhood friends named Bucket. Ayo, Bucket, what up? Like, here I am digging her out, homie. Like, how's that gonna work? Whenever she would get up the courage to object to the outrageous conduct, chat, which was not often, he would aggressively and angrily put her back in her place. What does that mean? You won't tell us what that means. But I'm curious to know. Bucket has to be called to the stand. Yes. We're gonna get Bucket having a deposition. Oh. Oh. Shannon Sharpe isn't an icon. He's something far worse. He's a flawed, narcissistic individual who has spent years using his fame, power, and influence to manipulate, control, subjugate, and violate women. With this suit, they tend to put an end to his egregious conduct. And then we go all the way back to the beginning, and it's like, that should be the video of her just getting, like, her ass destroyed. It's like, hi, maybe you're wondering how I got here. Well, it all goes back to January 2023. Oh. So Sharpe first met at the gym in 2023. He would deliberately watch her in a way to make sure he knew he was watching her. One day as she finished a set turning around, she found him standing inches behind her. Ooh. Sharpe told her he noticed her at the gym and wondered why she had not introduced herself. This was the first time they spoke. Plaintiff at the time had just turned 20 years old and was caught off guard. Notice, saying she's 20 sounds a lot different than when she says she's 19. Notice how they phrased that at the beginning. And was face-to-face with a 54-year-old man she had never met. She didn't know who Shannon Sharpe was. She did not know what to say or how to feel. During their first conversation, he proposed a challenge. A competition to see who could lean out faster. Lean out faster. And if she won, he would buy her fake tits. Plaintiff was stunned. The implication she needed or wanted such a thing was wildly inappropriate. Well, I don't know. Maybe she does. Hearing it from a stranger more than 30 years or senior made it more disturbing. Trump once says, do we know what she looks like? No. Because the girl, her name's Gabrielle Zuniga, on Instagram is not the right one. There's a chick in Canada with the same name, and apparently everybody found her, so we don't know who she looks like. So. Oh, we do know what she looks like? Because there was an issue about that. Hearing it from a stranger made it more disturbing. Oh, she had OnlyFans? Oh, Ag, send me information. We need to see her picture. Throughout her encounters at the gym, Sharpe made sure plaintiff understood who he was, a celebrity and TV personality. Okay, so she learned. Over the weeks, he made himself unavoidable. When he was at the gym he called and texted her demanding come to his Beverly Glen mansion. She repeatedly declined and made up excuses to make her seem too busy. Sharpe would not be deterred. Eventually, she gave in. But before she could meet him, he asked her to sign an NDA. He refused to explain why and would not let her see a copy of the agreement. He simply insisted she sign one. Okay, well, really, did that matter? And then after he realized she wouldn't cooperate, he dropped the issue. So how true is this? If Shannon Sharpe has had all these issues and he needs her to sign an NDA, and she's like, no. And then she's like, fuck it, who cares? Like, really? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm just saying, chat. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense to me, chat. At least to me, it don't. It don't make no sense. You know, there's no way that makes sense to me. So we're going to keep going here. Revealed from the start the violent, aggressive, and controlling nature. So when she arrived, he opened the door without a word. No greeting, no acknowledgement, no small talk. Without so much as looking at plaintiff. He simply turned away from her, opened the door, and walked upstairs. The plaintiff hesitated, but followed as she did not know what else to do or where else to go. Really? Is this like, oh, he walks up the stairs like, you didn't realize, like, oh, wow, he wants to fuck you. And you're like, well, I guess I better go up there. You know, never the idea of like, oh, he thinks I'm a hoe. Maybe I'm going to leave. You know, that's the problem here. That's the problem. Like, this is such bullshit. This is such bullshit. Yes, Gabriella Zuniga is her name, but there are two of them. So we have to find the right one, chat. That's why I said there's two of them. But this just sounds bullshit. Like, is anybody listening to this and like, oh my God, this sounds legit? When they reached the bedroom, Sharpe pointed to the bed before disappearing into the bathroom and shutting the door behind him. He still had not said a word. The plaintiff sat on the bed, waiting, unsure of what to expect or if she should leave. Roughly 5 minutes later, he finally emerged, but still he said nothing. Instead, he turned off all the lights and laid down on his bed. Plaintiff, uncomfortable and unsure of what to do, laid down as well. For roughly 10 minutes, there was nothing but silence. Then, without warning, Sharpe placed his hands on her neck from behind, pressed his erect penis against her body, and said his first words of the night. I knew from the first time I saw you that I was going to fuck you. Doe and Sharpe then engaged in oral sex. As they did so, Doe pointed at some point realized Sharpe was using his phone, apparently recording her. My sexy voice ain't that sexy. I'm sorry. Well, it's a little rough right now still. Besides, it's not meant for you, Reformed. Yes, while we're talking about this, Young is right. Reminder, the Pope's funeral is tomorrow. Yes. Read it slower, you're trying to edge. All right. So at some point she realized he was recording her. She could see he was trying to be discreet, but it was obvious what he's doing. She said nothing, scared to confront him for what he might do or say. When it ended, he rolled over and went to sleep. At some point during the night, Sharpe woke up, grabbed her by her vagina, grabbed her by the vagina, chat, and began having sex with her. He pulled a Trump, because that's how it works, chat. That's how it works. You know, when you become famous enough, they let you just do that. They let you just grab them that way. This is so interesting. You know, the next morning, he woke at 4 a.m. to shoot a media segment for TV. He woke her up as well and told her she needed to leave. But he informed her she had to be back by 9 p.m. So you get to leave. This is just like the other cases where it's like the Vince McMahon. I'm a victim of sexual trafficking that made $100,000 a year and has like a corporate job. Like, okay. So the following night, she showed up at approximately 9:05, just 5 minutes past the time. The moment he opened the door, she experiences rage for the first time. Then fucking walk away. What is wrong? Like, what's wrong with y'all bitches? I mean, you want to be a victim, but like the line between victim and blithering retard is now kind of like we're in a singularity moment here. This is a little ridiculous. This is a little ridiculous. I mean, this is all just fucking nonsense. Unless you a hoe, and this is what you're getting paid for. Sharpe immediately launched on a verbal assault, screamed at her, berating her for what felt like hours. He accused her of disrespecting him. Well, if you're late, you are wasting his time. And warned her that if she wanted to be with the Shannon Sharpe, she would have to learn obedience. Okay, well, she terrified and feared for her safety. Still enraged, he turned off the lights, grabbed her by the neck, and just like the night before, began having sexual intercourse with her. This cycle of control, fear, and submission became routine. Yelling at her, controlling her, forcibly grabbing her by the neck, and saying he was going to kill her, and asserting dominance became the norm. I mean, well, love is love, chat. That's what they say. You know what? He wouldn't threaten to kill her if you follow goddamn directions. Yeah, she keeps showing up. Was I late? Yes. So try it. Are the dogs listening this young? I don't know. Over the next year and a half, plaintiff saw Sharpe at his house as often as 4 times a week. Sharpe continued to treat her like an object. Yeah, because she sounds like a hoe. He continued to control her, not just physically, but emotionally and psychologically. He demanded complete control over her time and body, expected her to be at his house on his schedule, which sounds like a hoe, at his command whenever he called, which sounds like a hoe. The abuse never stopped. He would berate and degrade the plaintiff just as he had from the beginning. One time he was yelling at her while there was a firearm visible in his room. Okay. Terrified for her safety. Well, yes, whores sometimes do get murdered. That is a side effect of the job. It's just like the guys on Deadliest Catch. You're out crab fishing in the Bering Sea. You might die. You're doing some hooking and hoeing. You might die. Like, it comes with the territory. Terrified for her safety, she tried sharing a location with friends just in case, but Sharpe saw her doing this. The moment she realized what she was doing, he grabbed her by the neck and said, "If you ever do that again, I will fucking kill you." Okay. So notice, all this has already happened before the rapes in October. So all this shit has happened multiple times, and she's like, this is okay, this is normal. And this isn't even a situation where she lives in the house. She don't even live in the house. She just shows up. This is like... Yeah, visible in the room implies he wasn't even close. Berensky is correct. She's not dead, so therefore she didn't do it again, which, ergo means Shannon Sharpe's instructions were correct. Just saying, it must have worked. She understood the assignment. For example, when plaintiff was with her friends, Sharpe would yell at her over the phone and would ask her if she was safe and if she was okay. In the summer of 2024, they both each moved to Las Vegas for their own reasons. Notice, they're not saying he made her do it. He didn't force her at gunpoint or threaten her and say, if you don't move, I'm going to fucking kill you or nothing. She voluntarily followed this guy from California to Las Vegas. Once again, the sussiness here. Yeah, chat, this is some bullshit. Sharpe liked to say the plaintiff followed him to Vegas. It sounds like she did, but that too is a lie. Well, no, you want that to be true because if she moved her on her own, she sounds like the dumbest fucking whore ever. Once at Vegas, Sharpe again insisted that she sign an NDA. Well, at this point, it's too late. He's already threatened to kill her multiple times. Oh, hold on here. I think, hi, Bubba. Come here. Hey, Clyde. Come here. Ah. Well, chats, hello. Hi, chats. We got a special guest right now. Clyde, how do you feel about hoes? Clyde's like, huh? Shallow grays for hoes. But yes, guys, Clyde is here. No, you guys want Clyde to not be here for this? Okay. Clyde, we can't have you listen to this, buddy. It's too sensitive for your ears. Although Clyde's almost 7 years old. He's an old man now. He's older than me. He can hear this stuff. He's not a pupper anymore. So, let's keep going, chat. Let's keep going. So she again insisted to sign the NDA. She refused. He persisted, but after enough resistance, he let it go. That seems so weird. He continued seeing her. His behavior did not change. Okay, and then in September of 2024, he humiliated her. He live streamed himself having sex with another woman on Instagram. How would this humiliate her? Because nobody else knows about her. He said he later made jest of the incident on his club Shay Shay and now the Nightcap. But for plaintiff, it was anything but funny. He had assured her they were in an exclusive relationship. So notice, she feels like she's in a relationship. I thought this was some predatory thing. So what's the deal here? What's the deal? No, the APL cut his balls off. We did not do that. They neutered him. We did not neuter him. Yeah, bucket news, Sean. Buckets there. He had assured her they were in an exclusive relationship. That was a lie that hurt her, and it made her fear for her sexual health and the risk of an STD. At that point, she began to pull away. She stopped answering the phone calls and stopped telling him where she was. Her feeble attempts at freedom further upset Sharpe. He began flooding her with phone calls, demanding to know where she was. He called her relentlessly multiple times an hour. The harassment became so unbearable, she began to leave Nevada and cut off communication. It took courage to make this effort. She remained terrified, even though she was thousands of miles away. Why didn't she get a fucking restraining order? So in October of 2024, after she returned from Europe, the behavior became more and more aggressive. Okay, well, this is already after all of this. He's threatened to kill you and all this, and you keep like this is an abusive relationship. You got to leave the continent. This doesn't make any damn sense. And I'm honestly willing to bet who do you think paid for that? Who do you think paid for her trip? Who do you think paid for her trip? Who do you think? I bet she didn't. I bet she flew privately. I doubt she flew coach. Yeah. Vanessa, I agree. There's always risks of everything, but this just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, this is just ridiculous. So in October, she was working out at a Nevada gym. Following her usual routine as she worked out, she saw Sharpe aggressively approaching her. She could tell by his look and the way he moved quickly towards her, he was furious for having been ignored. As soon as he got closer, he said, "Sit the fuck down or I'm going to kill you." She said, "I don't want to talk to you. You cheated on me." His response was, "You don't have a choice." Okay. Well, apparently she did. She told him to fuck off. You know, he demanded they talk. Again, she told him no. She made it clear she didn't want to talk to him, be alone with him, or want him coming to her home. But he didn't care. He never took no for an answer. He forced her under threat to get into his car and go to his house. Notice, we have every other time he threatens her. He threatens to kill her. All this other shit. But we don't have, what was the threat here? What was the threat here? What was that threat? We don't have it. We don't have it. Isn't that a little sus, chat? Isn't that a little sus? I mean, to me, that seems a little sussy. Seems a little sussy. Yeah, she never goes, "Help, help, police." Once Sharpe was inside her apartment, she tried to keep the conversation in the living room, but he refused. He demanded they go to the bedroom. She said no. Once inside the bedroom, he grabbed her from behind and forcibly positioned her to perform oral sex. He held her in place and then forced her to begin performing. He became angry and said, "You've disrespected me so much. I'm gonna punish this asshole. I'm gonna make it so no man will want you. Wait. He grabbed her from behind and forcibly positioned her to perform oral sex. He hadn't then held her in place and began performing. Well, how is he punishing her asshole if he's forcing her to perform oral sex? If he grabbed her from behind, yeah, he's going to do some weapons of ass destruction. I get that. But how is he holding her down from behind and doing oral sex? Nico says a baldo. The math don't work, chat. The math don't work. The math don't work. Jefferson Post says clearly it went all the way through. Yes, Vanessa Anderson says we need a reenactment. At this point, she was crying and sobbing. Tears streamed down her face. As Sharpe repositioned her, took her from behind and inserted his penis into her anus. As he forcibly anti-raped her, he said, "Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit tired because you never come around." So as he's anally raping her, he says, "Turn around and look at me." He grabbed her head, forcing her to look at him as she sobbed, and he said at that point, "Look at this. Look at my arm. I've got chills. That's how good this is." Yes. And then he said, "This is MAGA country." He's not a big Trump guy, though, I'm pretty sure. Shannon Sharpe then forced himself, like, now we need the full name, on the plaintiff and raped her despite her sobbing and agony as it happened. He told her in the moment as she was crying the experience was so good, it's giving him chills. Yes, I like how they're just telling us what we just saw. Thank you. The behavior demonstrates he believed her to be his personal property, possessed and owned by him. Well, she sounds like a hoe, and yes, you kind of do a property over hoes. He also believed the laws did not apply to him. He could take what he wanted and no one would stop him. Okay. And then notice we don't have anything from October to January. So like he was like, which doesn't make any sense. He's so controlling and demanding her all the time. October goes by. October 6th. So all of October, all of November, all of December, and then to January. Remember, this whole thing went on where it was like every day, every week, 4 times a week for months and months on end. And then he goes 90 days, 3 months, chat. 3 months. And he's just like, yeah, I don't want to fuck you no more. Like, come on. Come on. This already has problems. So, she said, I want to see you. He persisted and reminded her he had a combined Christmas and birthday gift to give to her. Oh, I'm sure he got a gift for her. She ultimately allowed him to come over to her apartment. She regrets that decision. Yes, rolling down the window and letting the lion crawl into my fucking car on the Serengeti. I regret that decision. Like, yeah. So once inside her apartment, he began undressing. She stated multiple times that they would not have sex without protection, demanding he wear a condom. Wait, he's already raped you, which, according to his complaint, severely and brutally raped her. And her next time he sees them, it's like, I'll fuck you. You gotta wear no glove, no love. Not, oh my God, no. You're a horrible man for what you did to me. Like, no. She's like, this is actually okay. Just do it all again. Just wear a condom. I don't know how you can look at this and not see it's a fucking shakedown. She knew in the past that he refused to ever use condoms and believed that her demand would stop him from having sex with her. But although he refused a condom, he still insisted on sex. She tried to resist him. She screamed. She had already expressed concerns for her safety, knowing he had been with other women. The more she begged, Sharpe became more aggressive and made it clear he would not wear a condom, and he was going to have his way with her. Sharpe grabbed her. And when I hear Sharpe, I'm thinking of like Richard Sharpe from the fucking, like Sean Bean dressed in a Victorian uniform raping this woman. Sharpe grabbed her, pulling her around and positioning her to perform oral sex, which lasted roughly for 2 minutes. Then Sharpe repositioned her and roughly forced himself inside her. Plaintiff never stopped demanding and begging that he stop or put on a condom. Sharpe ignored her. And that's weird. Stop or put on a condom. Stop or put on a condom. Not, oh my God, stop raping my asshole, please, sir. Sir, please stop stretching it out. No, it's like, I don't have enough health insurance for all these stitches again. No, none of that. It's stop, like, no glove, no love. That's it. Like, really? Really? Yeah, is this a complaint or a screaming? Yeah, it's gaping. It's gaping. Just gaped. As soon as he penetrated her, hold on, we got to do this right. As soon as he penetrated her, plaintiff screamed and sobbed. Her cries for help did nothing to stop Sharpe. The assault lasted roughly 10 minutes, ending only when Sharpe ejaculated inside her. The plaintiff cried and begged repeatedly for him to stop. Plaintiff left Nevada after the assault. Michael is saying, I wonder if my neighbors can hear Sean yelling about getting gaped. Gaped. So she brings these causes of action and recover damages. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Assault, sexual assault, battery, and sexual battery. So they go through that. Intentional infliction of emotional distress. They want a demand for a trial, prayer for relief. They want $10 million general damages, special damages of $10 million, punitive at 20, statutory penalties at least of 10. So they want $50 million. So there you go. I moonlight as a phone sex operator, yes. So there we go, chat. There we go. Now, in response to all of this, Shannon Sharpe has done some things. And we're going to get to the text messages quickly. But earlier this week, he released a video on Twitter. And, oh yeah, hey, Ag, I already have these statements from them. Oh, okay, so here's the click. Is this different than the Instagram chick? I don't know. Let me see here. Let me see here. This might be her. I don't know if this is her. Okay, so we're going to try this. We'll try it in a second here. So Shannon Sharpe does go forward and he does offer a statement. And, God, I hope he used attorneys for this because this is a little weird. So anyways, this is Shannon Sharpe.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown.
You notice how everybody has the same fucking script they read? But I love how he just starts off, this is a fucking shakedown. You get bro fist for that. Like, just bop, fuck these bitches.
I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey,
We're gonna get into those stereotypes because some of this you play yourself into. But yes, this is on Shannon Sharpe's. This is on a production set, and the audio is garbage, which is disappointing. What? Hold on. What now? Yeah. Well, I'm sure they're gonna release the whole video. But anyways, chat here. So I love how he like has stroke mode. What? What, babe? Okay, thank you. I like how he's got like stroke face.
Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do.
So yes, he is filing a defamation lawsuit. So we do know some basic information. This is some information here. This is the chick. She is an OnlyFan hoe. She's an Insta hoe. But yeah, there you go. Nice skinny looking little, well, not really skinny, but nice perky little white girl is involved in this. Now, there are some things here that are important. So this video or this audio here, this is the audio of the thing.
Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
oh Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
A little sus. How does that actually work? How does this video work? We don't know anything about it. So you're like, well, wait, what's going on here? What's going on? We don't know fully. We don't know fully everything. But since then, Shannon Sharpe's had to deal with some shit from ESPN. So he said, my statement is found here, and this is the truth. The relationship was 100% consensual. At this juncture, I'm electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I'll be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with the false and disruptive allegations. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason, so over the summer. And he says, I appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I've received. Sincerely, Shannon Sharpe. Now, here's the issue. With that audio quality, it could be AI. That's also a problem. But we're going to get to stuff here. So Shannon Sharpe's attorney released a whole big chunk of text messages, okay? They released a bunch of them, and so did the girl. There's a bunch of text messages that were done. So here are a bunch of these text messages. And we're going to start with this one here because this is the one from January where she says, I begged you to put a condom on and not put it in my ass, and you didn't listen. I don't care what her history is. No means no. Okay. She says, I don't know how to process this. And then he says, can I call you later? All right. So that one's there. There's some other ones here. But now we get to the ones that are really fucked up, that are really, really fucked up, that they have a relationship here. That is a little weird. So now this is some of the ones TMZ has. And she says, only if you put that baby gravy in me, then you can do whatever you want to me. It's almost like she wants to baby trap him, but you're like, okay, This is a little weird. All right. And then she says, I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're fucking me. Huh. And then she goes, I want to be abused, daddy. Although she probably more like, daddy. She says, I want some hardcore BDSM action, though. Okay. Okay. She then goes on to say, and notice this is now into 2024 through 2023 and 2024. I want you to tie me up like this and abuse me, daddy. And that looks like some pretty serious bondage going on there. You're like, okay. This is from right before the second rape. She says, when I'm 152 pounds, but you can't touch me because you cheated on me on Instagram Live with Michelle. Michelle is one of his exes. And then she says, what's taking so long, Shannon? Either you don't have the cash to show me right now, or you're on with Michelle. Which one is it, Shannon? And then she texts him and says, I know you miss his big, juicy ass. $25K for each cheek. Ah. And then you have these other ones here. She's like, you better crave it because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. And you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this bitch doing? And then there's this one here. She's like, it's going to be 180 soon and you're still not going to be able to touch. Bet you're regretting your actions right about now. And notice, this is like a week before they have sex again. Yeah. Your girlfriend's a hoe. This woman be a hoe. Now, here we go. The big black baby thing, chat. This really gets going, though. So these are the statements by Lanny Davis. They released. So this lawsuit is a blatant attempt to shake down Shannon Sharpe for this. In an effort to extract this, she secretly recorded a video of a consensual encounter. We believe the video is edited and taken out of context. I probably believe them. Yes, it wouldn't surprise me. Heavily edited, taken out of context. Ms. Zinga has refused to provide a copy of the full unedited version to the legal team, which that's going to be a discovery issue. Uh-oh. To set the record straight, we're releasing several of her own explicit messages to Shannon Sharpe. And contrary to the allegations she makes in her lawsuit, it continued until January 2nd, the day after she asked for $25,000 per cheek. And there's other messages, for example. This is interesting here. She says, only put that baby gravy in me, then you could do whatever you want. And she said, I want you to put my tongue in your asshole, then marry you. You're like, okay. And she says, that's my daddy. Fuck, I want you to put a big black baby in me. You better crave it because you're going to be stuck for life or you put a big black baby in me. Now, what does this all sound like? The coal mine is collapsing. I don't think the coal mine is collapsing. I think they were into as more importantly here, the evidence paints a clear picture. This was consensual and included role playing and fantasy scenarios requested by Ms. Zuniga. Here's the problem with this, like, forced sex and stuff like that. Like, what are they doing? Is this some sort of like, is this like some sort of like he walks in there and he like, hello, little white girl. You are Master Jim's daughter, aren't you? Well, come here. Like, is that the type of thing they're doing? He's like, I'm the big black bull on the farm. Is that what they're doing? Is that what they're doing here? Like, this is literally what it sounds like. You know, yes, it's rape play. Yes, I understand it's a concept, Anderson, but that's what it sounds like is all going on here. He's like, you know, maybe this is what. I mean, this is just ridiculous. You know, and maybe here's the thing. We don't know the role playing. Maybe it's Shannon Sharpe's role playing. Maybe it's her role playing. Maybe they both have this like rape fetish and breeding kink thing going on. And she's got some like Queen of Spades thing thrown into it. I don't know. And then maybe there is the Shannon Sharpe seeing himself as a mandingo. You know, like how do we know what works here? I know lead attorney was making the joke about like Mr. Jim's gonna find out you have a black baby. It's like this is all bad. This is all bad. Race play would be awesome. That is a thing for some people. Race play was in common among women. When I was in Japan, I saw it a lot. Well, okay. But yeah, she's definitely not clueless. But this is why it's not even an NDA for Shannon Sharpe. But this is why Shannon Sharpe should have had her signing an agreement. Or hopefully there's something documenting like we're in role play mode right now. Cool channel name says her father should be arrested. I'm pretty sure her father was not around. This is fatherless behavior. So you're gonna have to arrest the invisible man, sir. TNN is like, oh Lord, it's getting hot in here. Yes. A domination contract. I mean, yeah, they're like in these types of aggressive sexual relationships, you do have contracts. And like some of that's also the control play involved in it, but it's also just the acknowledgement of like, here's what I can do, here's what you can do, here's how we're going to handle it. Do we have a safe word? Like, there are ways you can protect yourself. But here's the thing. You're Shannon Sharpe. You're worth like $20 million. You go get a goddamn attorney and you actually do this. Like, I get it if this is some guy working at like fucking Dollar General and he's banging some chick in the trailer park and they have this issue. Okay, I get it. But there's something wrong here. Like, they couldn't do it. Like, Shannon Sharpe, why did you, like, not even an NDA, but just start acknowledging, like, yes, I'm having him, you know, I want him to brutally rape me and fuck me. And I want it to be like, you know, like he's John Coffey in the Green Mile. Like, he comes in wearing his, like, torn shirt and his overalls, like, I heard you make good cornbread, missus. Like, your fried okra was very nice. I mean, like, you got to do this. You got to do this there. Stellar says, how much would I charge for this? I don't know. I'd be very awkward to put one together. But for the right amount of money, I will. A notary would kind of kill the vibe, yes. I bet the guy at Dollar General is at least litigation proof. He is. But also, here's the thing. If this all occurred in the past couple of years, this is all still, you could go to the police with it. You are still within the statute of limitations. So why aren't you running to the motherfucking cops? Because you a hoe. You a hoe. Shannon was paying you to blow your asshole out, and you're like, oh, wait, I can make more money just extorting him. Manny B says, why couldn't this be on earlier? Okay, well, I'm sorry. Reformed convict's like, you ain't gonna eat your cornbread? She answers, you ain't my cornbread. And he's like, we'll see about that. This is the time we're having Drex on would be hilarious. Yes, hooking and hoeing. This is what feminism has wrought, yes. Kimbo Law says, we do sex contracts daily. Well, there you go. Cool channel name says fatherless. Well, what do you think? Do you think she's got like a mom and dad? They're like, yep, that's my girl, getting fucking dug out by Shannon Sharpe. You know, like getting hollowed out. I mean, this seems like this is such bullshit in the lawsuit. I appreciate how this turned into how to safely race play with the defense attorney. Yeah, but here's the thing, though. I mean, like, this is like he's got ways he could do this to protect himself. And in these relationships, they're like it's about having contracts and boundaries. But like, you seriously need to protect yourself. You're Shannon Sharpe. You're worth how much again? You're worth $20 million, and you're gonna be a lazy like. He had risk play himself. You know what? Shannon's like all about like the pregnancy risk and all that, like fucking without a condom and everything. Shannon had another risk. He's like, I want to see if this lady's gonna sue me. It's like, I guess he's involved in risk play too now. It's like bug chasing. You know, instead of trying to find some chick with an STD or go to a party and catch HIV, Shannon Sharpe's like, I'm gonna catch me a lawsuit and ruin my career. It's like, come on. Yeah, the risk is part of the thrill. Yes, Tony Busby is her attorney, chat. And we're gonna bring that up down here at the bottom because what do you see on the where'd it go? Hold on. Yes, Tony Busby is right here, chat. The Busby Law Firm, Tony Busby. Yep. Oh. Yes, he's into elaborate findom. Yes, he wants to be dominated, so that's his kink now. He's got a humiliation kink. Bug chasers are gross. Yes, Jeff. You know what bug chasers are? Bug chasers are gay men will go around and have sex with whoever they can to try to contract HIV. Like it's a goal, it's a thing for them. And then they have these events called bug parties, where like you can do one of two ways. Like everybody there has HIV or AIDS, and one guy doesn't. Or, and I think in those situations, like everybody knows who the one guy who is and doesn't have it is. Or the other way around is it's a party full of gay dudes, and then one guy's got HIV. And it's about having Russian roulette, like who's gonna get it? It's 50 Shades of Ninja. Yes. Bama Law says, hey, so you ain't been struck. Yes. Does he just assume he'll get pro hoc? I don't know. Well, this is state court, not federal court, so probably. Can we hit the goal, chat? I don't know, chat. Will you hit the goal? I don't think you have it in you. Oh, you guys are over there on Oh, Vodka Blood's like, I love that little cute twink, and you like that black guy? Aw. Well, there you go. There you go, Vodka Blood. I'm sure I gave it something impressive for you there. You guys remember, if you guys meet the goal, I'll read some of these comments like Michael Clark Duncan. Like John Coffey. My name's John Coffey. Like to drink, but not spelled the same. How fucked up is it that you want to be able to get STDs? Well, I mean, I don't know. People are fucking weird, man. This is why prostitution is legal. There are no terms of contracts. Making porn is legal because there is a contract. Yes. Yes. Demon's Wrath says, it's an hour long. We'll start another goal, chat. There we go. The goal is back up. Yes, Demon's Wrath says, I'm tired, boss. Dog tired. I'm betting this woman's asshole is dog tired after a while. After Shannon Sharpe keeps blowing it open. Trump Wentz says, you got to do naked steak. Colonel. Yes. Snake! Snake! I see no on-screen goal, yes. You guys, there should be a goal. I just put it up. Is it not working again? Hold on. Here, start goal. There. Is it goal live? Share with the audience. It should be there. Okay. The clapping. Yes, her clapping. The 25 grand per cheek. Colonel, the clapping of my cheeks from my dump truck is alerting the guards. What should I do, Colonel? Yes, Colonel. Colonel, Lucas Snake just blew up my asshole, Colonel. What do I do? And David Davis is correct. He's been a member 7 months. Thank you, David. Cops. Why didn't she go to them? I don't know. Because it's all bullshit. It doesn't make any sense. Like, this is 100% a shakedown. I hope he fucking ruins these people. Anderson Cooper says, well, Shannon Sharpe has a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Shannon Sharpe has a weapon of ass destruction. Da-dum-bum. SB Seller says, towards the goal. Well, thank you. Were they living in Las Vegas when this happened? The second one. Not the first one. The first one was in L.A. Dweez, yes. I'm still in a dream. Snake Eater. Yes, Metal Gear Gape. Yes. Metal Gear Solid. The Gape of Liberty. Are they going to have to show video evidence? Probably. Scott said it didn't count toward the goal. Darcy said for $5 to the goal. Well, thank you, Darcy. Once again, guys, Darcy, thank you again for your big old dono this week. Very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. Keister Bunny says, I noticed there were no hood crickets in the background of that phone call. I'm sus. I know there's a lot there, chat. A lot there that don't work. A lot of math that don't math. Yeah, he's giving her the Shago Hog. Yes, he is. Yes, he is, chat. Will this go to trial? Oh, no. No, it will not. Andrew Valentine says that poor jury. Oh, no, Grandma. Oh. But no, this isn't going to go to trial. He's going to tell them to fuck off and they won't settle. If I'm Shannon Sharpe, I wouldn't settle either. He fucking take it to the mattresses, dude. Literally, take it to the mattresses and bore her out in front of everyone. Seller says, you scammed me on the first one I did? It said nobody had donated at all, so it didn't work. I'm sorry. Kimbo says, has a real woman ever said baby gravy? I don't think so. I don't think so. But that's the funny part about it, chat. Like, it's like, what the fuck is, like, this whole thing is just, what the fuck, chat? Oh. So let's see here. Were you in the Styx thread? Yeah, I know Styx has got his own stuff going on, too. She got that language from being an OnlyFans. Yep, I'm sure she did. I'm sure she got some creepy gooners messaging her all the time, and she understood it all. I'm sure she did experience being and they do all kinds of shit where they do all the texting and sexting. Potato Biden says entrapment. Yes, 100%. I think so. This was her trying to, shake him down. I think she was a hoe, and she realized she could use it to her advantage because he didn't document anything. Because Shannon Sharpe was like, I need to document stuff. But instead, he looked like looking at that ass and go, that white girl got a nice ass, boss. And he couldn't think about anything else. She's like, I won't sign the NDA. He's like, that's okay. I don't need it to wreck your ass. And then he wrecked her ass. Yes. Sweet Tooth Fairy says, no, we don't say baby gravy. Source, I am a woman. This is like the chick who preyed on Trevor Bauer. Yes. From the LA Dodgers. Yep. Because she also got in trouble down in Arizona for doing this shit. Bitches be crazy, man. You got to be careful. But remember, Monique warned him. Monique fucking warned Shannon Sharpe. You don't need to be fucking around with no 26-year-old girl. You don't need to be fucking around with no 26-year-old girl. So, I mean, that's a thing. Like, don't not do it. Don't do it. You got to be careful. You have to be careful out there. And the idea is somebody like Shannon Sharpe has not received or he hasn't seen all the guys out there getting in trouble. And he's, he must have done what a lot of people do. Oh, that ain't me. I'm smarter than them. I'll make sure. He's like, I'll pick a good white girl. She'll just be a hoe. And then she fucks him over. Yeah. Schnauzer Patrol says, I don't like it when they don't file charges the next day. Yeah. Edward Scott says, I mean, if they do have a nice ass, you do get stupid pretty quick. Yeah. Bill Belichick says 26-year-old watch and learn. Yeah, but he keeps it all private. Yes. Skip Bayless had his own shit with women, and him and Skip Bayless were very popular. Like, they had a great show. They had great chemistry, and they would get into like political and racial shit all the time. It was so damn funny. And yes, he laughed at Skip Bayless for all his woman problems, and I'm sure Skip Bayless is just cracking one open and laughing now. Panzer Dude says, I'm sexually attracted to Su-35s. They are a pretty sexy airplane. I mean, when they're in flight, they look like on the ground, they look like shit. But in the air, an Su-35 flanker, it looks hot. Especially if you could slap like AMRAAMs and American NATO equipment on one of those. Ooh, buddy. Cacophony says, yes, over a decade ago, actually more than that, because Patrice O'Neal's been gone for a while, sadly. He was talking about he was afraid of a young white woman claiming anything about him. Yeah. Patrice O'Neal, man, he was a fucking prophet. A real prophet. Jefferson Post says, don't mess with Jane Doe. She sues like a mofo. Vanessa Anderson says she's not consistent. They had a daddy baby girl BDSM relationship. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they had some sort of a relationship going there. Jefferson Post says the drug dealer was so insistent, I couldn't say no. Yeah. Oh. Lemon Party says she liked that reaming out so much she came back for more. Yeah. And then Jefferson Post says, I dislike when the history of is made of allegations. It's true. Samuel Hartman says she got tired of him explaining how every little thing affects LeBron's legacy, which is true. He is like the biggest stand for LeBron's legacy. I understood the reference. Keopathic says this is why you don't misogynate. Well, yes, that's. I mean, they've sometimes rules exist. Sometimes you don't need to know why the rules exist. You just need to know that they do. It's like when you're at your job, you're like, you have to do something a certain way. Why? There's a reason. You'll learn later. Future Mrs. Martin 2.0 says, how many KNUs do you think this OnlyFans chick is worth? I love you. I love you so very much, Mon Chéri. I love you with all my heart. You are a fucking edgiest woman I've ever met. Oh, and I say that heartfelt. Oh, we really were meant for each other. Blah, blah. Re-upped. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Let me see here. Okay. Jefferson Post says, is anyone making a Sean soundboard from this? Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, that's so funny. So funny. Sula says the coal mine is collapsing. Yes. You burn the coal, you pay the toll. Although this was like does it really count as coal burning when you're, in coal mining and mud sharking when you're getting paid for it? I don't know. That's why I still think Chad Zumlock's name is so funny, the mud shark. And it's like, I guess he had to, people had explained to him. He's like, I don't care, I'm owning it. It's like, you do you. Like, it's hard to argue with the guy who just owns it and moves on. Jefferson Post says, time to renounce that butt like PWR, my young hot dudes. Yes. And here's the thing, chat. Shannon Sharpe is facing all this. You know who's not facing it? PWR. Professional, the king. The man who took Darkside Phil's crown and plucked it from the gutter, and placed it upon his own head. That's the real king. He's never going to be in this situation. So, something to be said. Seller says towards the goal. Thank you. Armand for 5 Canadian loonies or 2.5 toonies. Said this is a great way to finish off finals. Thank you. Well, I'm glad we can talk about this. EDW Raptor says, happy anniversary, Chernobyl. It's tomorrow, but yes, we are on the eve of Chernobyl. We're on the 39th anniversary, chat. 39 years. 39 years for Chernobyl. It's fucking crazy. But we are. Sung Wukong for $5. Says it ain't a black or a white thing. It's a hoe gonna hoe thing. And it's all I got to say about that. Well, I agree. But they have turned it into a black or white thing as far as what their race play is all about. Certainly, it sounds like their race play is all about hoeing out. Now, let me see here. What is this like? Hold on. Did we? Okay, this is not right. Something's not working here because there's more than. I think hold on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're pretty much there, chat. I'm just gonna say we can read these in the. Yes, tomorrow. It's tomorrow in Ukraine. Yes. Oh, it already happened at 1:23 a.m. Ukraine time, so we're past. Actually, we're past the deadline. Yeah. But Carla says, "Whoa, I feel old." Yes. Is it true she turned down a $10 million settlement offer? Yes. From what I understand, that really happened. So this case, PWR is Professional Wrestling Review. Okay, that's young. Is this going to be that? Because I think we have to be careful. This might not be the right one. Okay, so log in. Hold on here. Let's see. Is there a there's requests. Oh, some of you guys have tried to message me on Instagram, and I'm like, I haven't really used this in a long time. I set it up and then I never used it. So let me see this reel. Oh, is this her? Okay, so yeah, this is her. All right. So here we go. Apparently this is her.
Oh, ban for ban. Fuck that. We can go M for M. Put a mill for the Maybach truck. Double R with the factory rims. We could go ban.
So there you go. That's that. This is her. This is her here. This is her. Thank you, Young.
For ban. Fuck that. We can go M for M. Put a mill for the Maybach truck. Double R with the factory rims. We could go ban for ban. Fuck that.
There we go. So there you go. That's who he's all up in them guts over. So a dumpy for dumpy's sake. But yes, it does sound like she turned down a $10 million settlement offer. But you know what? I'm Shannon Sharpe. You got to do that, man. You got to you fucked up. You didn't protect yourself. She's going to burn you down. Yeah, you know what, man? This is one of those times where even if I'm the attorney for Shannon Sharpe, you're like, start writing fucking zeros, buddy. We'll let you know when to stop. You're going to have to. So Yeah, huh? You say he was oogling her in the gym? Yeah, I know. Yeah. I can tell Shay Shay got them cheeks. That's a deep valley she got there. Winter Soldier said she should offer 20 mil. I don't know if he's got 20 million, but he may have been able to say, like, look, I'll give you 10 now, and I'll give you 5 more, like, in the next couple of years. Because he's got to make money. Should have done something. I can't imagine they, but, like, they wanted 50. I'm sure, like, they could have done something. But, yeah. So, those ain't factory rims. Yeah, I was about to say. I don't know, man. I don't know. Sung Wukong says, it ain't an age thing either. Ho's ho, 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 ho. I agree. But part of being a hoe is doing what your guy wants. And it's like age play or race play or like breeding kinks or, you know, like, well, you're going to be my massa. Like, that's all kinds of stuff there. Lone Alaska says for $5 for the birthday party. Yes, the birthday of reactor number 2. You know, coming out. It's reactor 2's coming out day, chat. Reactor 2 came out and I'm sorry, number 4 reactor. The number 4 reactor had its coming out day, and it came out and showed the entire world what it was made of. And just a big old rainbow at night shone across the sky. Amateur Iconoclast says she's flat. Oh, yes. Just take the 10 mil. Well, no, you're a greedy whore. You want more. He's worth 38 mil. Okay. And at ESPN, he's 50 mil. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. He's got a lot of money, but I mean, 15 mil is worth it. Breeding kink like Grantham? Probably. $5 from Sun Wukong. Says, question, why ride zeros? His moneymaker is his rep, and he forever has this on if he settles. He should fight it till the end if he's innocent. Yeah, but he could have settled privately and had like an NDA. Because all the other shit's out there, like all the other cases and things he has would have been out there. Yeah, he can win this and crush it. But, you know, there's ways sometimes paying money, man. Sometimes it's like when you're in a situation, you start scratching checks. Sometimes it's easier to pay money. Yes, the reactor displaying Soviet incompetence on the world stage. Yes. Her whole Instagram is ass. It is really. Let's see. I don't know. What is all of her Instagram? So she is Carly. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, this is. Yeah, she's got 100%. Yeah. Yeah. All about her ass. Wow. Yeah. That's all about the ass. All about that bass. No treble. Yep. Yep. Shannon Sharpe's like, you know, like, he look at her. He's like, hello, little one.
Middle finger to my haters. All you bitches.
There you go.
Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man.
Yeah, there you go. So that's why he's like, he lost it. He lost it there. Greedy whores want more. That's true. They always do. Yes, and then Edward Scott is correct. Chernobyl kept producing power on the other reactors until the 2000s. Imagine going to work every day, eating your coffee, eating your lunch, then you bust way out of there. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, Reactor 1 and Reactor 2 kept working for a long time. You know, yes, you could have a blown out anus, or you can have a blown out anus and $10 million. Depending on the district, the jury could easily turn on her. Oh, I think they will. Isn't there talks of Shannon Sharpe nearing $100 million deal for his podcast? Well, not anymore. And if this dumb hoe was smart, she would have waited till he secured the money and then shook him down. You don't shake the guy down while he's in contract negotiations because you killed the golden goose. If you're going to do it, you wait until he gets the money and then you take it from him because the money's gone. So, did you expect her to display her intellectual prowess? Yeah. Get her a father immediately. And not like a daddy. No, she needs like a real father. Yes, I'm sure she needs a father in her life. Garrett says, please, sir. No more ass, sir. Brooks Euchre says, who blew harder, Nick or reactor number 4? Yeah. David Davis says, yes. Boop, boo, beep, boo. The Father Detector 4000 is working, and it's just bouncing images, bouncing radar waves out there, and it's like, no hits returned. Sir, Captain, I don't believe there's a father present. Yes, Mikey, eating coffee and drinking your lunch indeed. Tony Busby is only medium smart. No, I mean, dude, this is his job, is going out and shaking people down, hoping they cut checks. Say what you want, man, but that's the life. That's the life. That's how you make that money. No one said hoes are smart. Yeah. Imagine. Everett Scott says, I'll be her daddy, teach her to be a good girl. That's not the kind of daddy we need for her. We need a father. It looks like no mother either. Well, I don't know. That's what mothers do. Like, women behavior. So I can't wait for Nick awkwardly covering this trial. Oh. Why is she wearing that thing around her hips? Does that help with exercising? I don't know. I think it just makes her ass look more. I don't really know. Do I, Young, and it's just, I appreciate all the things you sent today. Do you think I know what that band is for exercising purposes? Do I look like I exercise? Harder? Okay. She doesn't need a stepfather? No. Amateur Iconoclast says their plans to restart 3 Mile Island. 3 Mile Island is still running. 3 Mile Island is still operational. It hasn't shut down. Only Unit 2 shut down. Unit 1's been going forever. Reactor 2 is the meltdown, and honestly, it melted down and the containment vessel held. So everything worked according to plan. So, that was actually a good thing. Let me see here. Let me see here. Is it still going? Yeah, so the TMI reactor number 1 can operate until 2034. TMI shut down in 2019. In 2020, it was reopened. They're going to demolish the plant by 2052. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's not running right now. By 2028, it will come back on. Okay, there we go. So there we go. So yes, Through Island's still going. Sorry, I got corrected. Sorry, chat. Start an exercise stream when? I don't know, Karen. They'll be for locals. Yeah. Oh, damn. Yeah, you wait. I live sandwiches. Yes. 3 Mile Island was just shut down from a glitch. Yeah. One of the demo jobs I did was the offsite shutdown control room. You still have the panels. Yeah, there's some cool stuff in nuclear plants. It is funny and ironic that electricity requires large amounts of water to be made. Yes. Do I pick up 2.0? No, I'm not going to. I don't talk about what I do. I'm a gentleman. I don't kiss and tell. Math is a difficult profession for those who practice it. Yes. I'll lead you through a workout in the Michael Clark Duncan voice. Yeah. But seriously, though, this whole thing I think is hilarious. They've got this weird role-playing thing there where he's like, I'm going to come after you. She's like, no. He's like, it's like, I'm going to do what I want. Oh, no, help me. You can't. Nobody's going to stop me. Like, that is the funny part there. Was Johnny Somali detained by South Korean police? I don't know. Probably. Hopefully they beat him into a fucking coma. That would be epic. But it is funny, guys. People had warned Shannon Sharpe not to do this shit. Cat Williams said, man, you can't fuck around with these white girls. Monique said, go find you a woman your age. And that's always good advice, chat. Don't fuck around. Like, 10-year difference, okay. But, like, you start fucking around people like 20 years or older, man, you start having problems. Fucking around with people your age. That's always a safe bet. The Chugi Show says the penny lawyer and a gentleman. Yes. Thank you. She loves role playing as he loves role playing as Alton Coleman. Oh my god. That is so funny. There's also Coral Watts. Coral Watts is another famous black serial killer. He got in trouble for defiling flags. Ooh. Vanessa Anderson says, like a girl winning your babies when you're a grandpa. Yeah, but I don't think she really did. I think she was a hoe and doing something that they agreed to. Debbie O for $10. Debbie, good to see you, and thank you for the super chat. Says I just got here. You missed all the awkwardness there, so don't rewind too far. I'm not sure you talked about this, but do you think Virginia Guthrie really offed herself? Or do you think she was sent to WITSEC in anticipation of Epstein charges? I don't know. I think she's dead. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if they got to her. Oh, Debbie says my absence was deliberate. Okay, well, I apologize if that was a sensitive topic for you, but this woman does seem like this does seem like a scam. So, but if there were reasons why you had to step away, my apologies. I mean, I'd like to think there's some sort of WITSEC operation going on, and the rest of the Epstein files are coming. I don't think so. I think she's just dead. She committed suicide. The same way Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide. Frosty Chaos says, what if he wanted kids? I don't know. Edward says, have you seen people my age, Sean? Sometimes you just have to fish off the pier for the younger, more tender fish. He has all kinds of money, dude. He can get the best of whatever he wants. So, Miss Hayes says, if you're a hoe, all my friends know. Patty Lettuce says, why the fuck do consenting adults have to worry about age? I'm not saying like age, you're going to find some chick underage. It's the idea that if you're fucking around with somebody who's 30 years younger than you, it's just not going to end well. You're not that age. You have different priorities, mindsets, responsibilities, and goals than somebody who's 30 years younger than you. Think about what you were when you were 20. Like, I'm 39. When I was 19, I had a completely different everything. So that's the point. You don't go you fuck around with people your own age. It always avoids problems. It's always a safer bet. That's always my recommendation. Fuck around with people your own age. You can't run into problems like this. It's pronounced Jufrey. Oh, okay. She was cray-cray after the bus accident, yeah. One more Teal Super Chat, I have to read them all in the voice, yeah. Some younger women like older men. If that's triggering you, get over it. I'm like, I'm not triggering. I'm just saying, like, if you're an older man, you need to watch your ass. If you're Shannon Sharpe, make sure you got paperwork. But, like, you don't get to do this shit and go, oh my God, it backfired and blew up in my face. Who could have foreseen this? Monique told you. Everyone tells you. Don't do retarded shit and then go, oh no. It's like, oh no, it's broken. Let's see here. So, your best ending is Gene Hackman as Japanese wife. Yeah. Yes. You both have like dementia. You both basically starved to death. Kind of weird, yeah. Danny said she went for guys 10 years older. Like I said, 10 years is about the limit, I would suggest. Yeah, this is more of a warning for older men who are wealthy and famous. Yes, in a nutshell, yes. Mickey Beaster says, Sean, younger women are attracting mature older men. Shannon isn't mature. Well, there you go. I thought you said if I buy one of these contracts from you, it'll be okay. Oh. Chris says, this is so sad. This was a true relationship between those two. Oh, yeah, between Gene Hackman and his wife. Yeah, they actually had a loving, caring relationship, and he had really bad dementia and Alzheimer's. And she got sick, and, she died, and he, was kind of wandering around and basically starved to death. Yeah, so Gene Hackman's wife was... If Gene Hackman's wife is younger, she would still be alive. Okay, Yeah, you can rack it up. You guys got one. Trump one says, I'm dating again at 42. Well, be careful. It would be odd to date a 22-year-old. Yeah. Byfront says she didn't marry for my inheritance. Know your league. Yes. Where Tiger Ray says, can't you write a consent contract? Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how well it holds up in court. It might not survive criminal allegations, but it would help in this context of look, I am a hoe. You're paying me to fuck you, and we're doing all this shit. We have safety words. Yes, these would be very helpful to protect your ass. So, if you're an older man, there's a good chance women aren't going to buy your bullshit. Yeah, but you know what? At 56 and you got millions of dollars, I'm betting there's some woman who will put up with your bullshit. Bella says dating at 42. That sounds like hell. Yeah, for some people, maybe. So you need a young and dumb fun toy. Yeah, but you have to be careful. You got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. It's dangerous. Just go to the bar. It's challenging. Yeah, well. It is what it is, chat. I just got to be careful. But yes, he you got to find some hoe. You got to make it clear that, anytime we talk, it's, Shannon Sharpe says, you come over to my house. You come over to my house and guess what we're going to do tonight? Is there going to be a model stream tonight? Yes, there will be a model stream tonight in a little bit. If Sean was single now, would I have game? Probably not. I'm a big fucking loser. I'm a real nerd. Dating isn't fun no matter what the age. I kind of agree with that. That Shannon impersonation is killing. Yeah. Oh, there you go. The spooky black voice again. Yes. Yes. It's I'm going to put a black baby in you. And she's like, no, don't put a black baby in me. I'm going to put that black baby in you. No does not mean no to me. That's how it's going to work. Is that how they did this? Oh. So it's just going to be the funny part about how all this goes. He's like, or do they have some, you need Anna Nicole Smith. Yeah. Also, yes, guys, the model bench. Yes, we just got monetized. 500 subs. We're all set now. Hang over there. I think they call it courtship. Yeah. But yes, that would be so funny. It's yes, thank you. Yes. Hello, little white girl. I see you on that treadmill. You can't run away from me. If nerd, yes. You just have to think already. You're already shaking my head on already shaking my head no on a consent contract. Yeah, but you need some documentation to show you have some sort of real situation. Because otherwise this like he can show some of this, but having shit written down, safe words, what's your safe word? Pineapple or something? I don't know. Chris Adio says, I was mighty tired, boss. I was tried to take it back, boss. I was done tried to take it back. It's like, I was done try. I was done try to to unfuck your ass, white girl, but I just can't do it. Imagine you're falling asleep to this stream and you're with the voices. Yes. I'm gonna have my way with your booty. Kim says, check your Discord DMs. Oh God, no, what? This is funny. This is how it went down while they were doing their thing. He's dressed up in coveralls, and he just grabs her, and he's like, he shows up. They have cosplay, and she's dressed up like the cop. You think that's how they did it? They had cosplay, and he's like the cop, and she's the cop, and he's dressed up like John Coffey, and he just like grabs her. I'm gonna make you love me. Is this how this works? I think so. We got to be careful. We'll get copy strikes, so we'll stop. Oh dear. Yes. Her safe word was stop or put on. That was her safe phrase. Stop or put on a condom. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. We should start every stream. Work that voice, Sean. Yeah. This case is every stereotype. We're in a situation. We're in a simulation. I'm convinced. Yes. Yes. Oh, I agree. This hits. You guys were talking about the stereotypes. I'm like, you have no idea what kind of type of stereos we are about to engage in. Oh. Yes, her safe word was more. Her safe word. There wasn't a safe. Her safe word was stop. Stop. That's why you can't use that as a safe word. No. Can't be your safe word either. So, y'all know that Michael Clark Duncan girlfriend who he planned on marrying was Omarosa? Really? Wow. I think he just split her in half or some shit. Brooks Euchre's like, is this a Boondocks episode? No. No, it's not the Boondocks episode. So let's see what you put up on locals here. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. This is a good point, Reform Convict. Guys, this is over on locals. And yeah, this is a real thing here. As he brings up, this is the cop from... We have the cop in Georgia who blew all the officers in her department. Okay. And then we have this one. And he's like, it's kind of like her. She changed herself. And it's like, ooh. New year, new me. It's not really her. It's not really her, guys. I think it is funny, though. Yes, Winter Soldier says, Red Right 88 is her safe phrase. Some of you fucking people are evil out there. I'm just saying. Some of you people are just evil. Oh. Some of you people are just evil, evil, evil people. Oh. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Suffer Browns fans. Yes, suffer. Oh. Her safer was hero, hero. Yes, hero, hero. Yes, Omaha, Omaha. You love it, yes. Being a defense attorney in Cleveland, what do you know? No. Tom Cruise's safe word is show me the money. Oh. Reformed Comics said, I'd rather be first in hell than second in heaven. Very fair, very fair. All right, guys, I think we're all kind of caught up on everything here. I think I caught up everybody's stuff. And Debbie, I just want to make sure I cover this. Yeah, I'd like to think there's something happening, but I just have the feeling like she's dead. But yeah, so nothing would warm my heart more than seeing the government go after everybody, but I don't think it's happening. So what time are you blogging the Francis funeral? I'm not. I'm happy. Suffocate me, Pope. And I'm hoping we get a base pope. Are we gonna go down the rabbit hole of smash or of consent contracts? No. Are there any good body cam videos? There's some working on, yes. Yes, 2.0. What, babe, why did you have to share it? Yes, our safe word is building 7. You know, you're like, why do you have to share our life with them? Oh, have you heard of what Cardinal Sarraz said in the past? He seems fairly based. Yeah, and Fat Electrician is right. Both the liberal and conservative Catholics want one of the black cardinals to become pope, but for entirely different reasons. I want a black pope for him being based and conservative as shit. On the liberal side of the church, people want a black pope because he'll be black. Did she shoot herself twice? No. She died in Australia, so probably not. Yeah. Joe Lloyd says interesting. That's a weird safe word. Safeguard should never be 4 syllables. That's true as well. It should be a simple word. See, just check my Twitter DM. All right, we'll check this real quick, and then we're going to wrap this up. Let's see what we got. Let's see here. Let me see here. Let me see. Oh, there's a retch request. Hold on, okay, let me see here. Oh, I'll take a look at this body cam later. This looks interesting. All right, yeah, no, thank you for sending that. I'll take a look. We'll watch. All right. You got bit by a spider, which is twice more likely, yeah. Okay. My brother said he sent you a link. Yeah, I did see it. I'll take a look at that body cam. Looks interesting. Oh, that's my nut. Where's Choo Choo? Oh, God almighty. You people are awful. Do you all my animal short videos? Yes, I've been watching them. So he texted me, he said something to DJ. Now I take a look at it. I'll take a look at it. It's like 25 minutes long though, so we're not got time to watch it tonight. The Minority Reporter says, I've arrived fashionably late. Well, you've arrived just in time for me to say we're all wrapped up. So unlike Shannon Sharpe, we're wrapped up. It's not with a condom. So chat, be very careful. Like I said, be careful who you fuck around with and make sure you protect yourselves. Baldo is Aaron's safe word. Yes. I wonder if nerd is Nick's safe word. Nerd! All right, chat. So that is it for us. Just be fucking careful when you fuck around. Be careful. That's all I got to tell you. So, with that being said, chat, you guys have a great night. And remember, until next time, just because you're in role play or race play with some hoe from OnlyFans doesn't mean you're going to be able to get away with it forever without a lawsuit. So be careful. Watch your ass. Get a contract. Good night, chat. I'll see you guys shortly. I need to set up a model stream, but I need a couple minutes to take away. So we'll get that going in a minute. So good night, you guys, and take care.
Weapons, blacksmithing, and models of planes. Esoteric works and even some trains. Much merriment had while drinking White Claws. Tips on hunting and even talking the law. Whatever you do, just don't talk to cops. Even when they nab you on illegal stops. Just 'cause you did it doesn't mean you're guilty. But please talk to a local attorney. Was that the fat guy?